Peace Week, I was in Mount Shasta in California, and I got this download that I needed to start these. And we used to do them years ago. We used to do focused intention meditations, and they were really, really powerful. And then, we've been through a whole journey with COVID and everything going on the planet that we had to do such deep inner alchemy work. And now it was like this call came out that start doing the focused intention meditations again, start peace on earth meditations. So we are sitting at this point on the earth where we now need to come together as one heart and one mind and start to build, the vision of a new earth. And yesterday we were doing the emerald tablets, and when I went to bed, I saw this big cat with big eyes, and then I saw Nikola Tesla and I saw Albert Einstein, and they just reminded me, that they built a world, they had a vision, and they had their imagination, and they had belief, self-belief, and they created a world that, we use their technology to this day, light. And so, we are being called now to build this new earth and to fully start to really anchor in what we want to see in new earth and what our new earth looks like. And it is Peace Week, and, we all desire peace. Peace is something that we all want inside. This is our natural, but peace is actually our natural state of being. And if you think about the ocean, we're not the ocean. We are the ocean, we're not the waves. And the waves are our emotions. And if you get just under the emotions, you are peace. And there's a Buddha inside each one of us that is wanting to be connected with. So we can create this state of peace in our daily lives, to remember that our body is our temple, and the macrocosm is also here in the microcosm. We are the cosmos, existing in a human vessel. And we have to create that inner alchemy and inner state of peace on a daily basis. We are required these days to create that state of peace on a daily basis and come back to neutrality, come back to balance, and come back to harmony within us. And, this, when we're seeing our planet and the extremes are really playing out at this time. And, we have to see what we don't like to know what we like and to move towards that. But extremes hurt us. They hurt our planet because it lowers the frequency and everyone is affected from it. It leads to corruption, wars, and conflict. And we're seeing all of that playing out right now on our planet. And it is us. We are being called now as the light workers, the starseeds here, to start to really visualize and build the new world. So I've decided to try and do these once a month, to come together, to meditate together, and to start to build this new world that we want to build, because we are at this trajectory and this crucial point. And when I talk to the guides and when I connect with the guides, they say we are at this critical point on Earth, and we have to move the energy now, and we have to get into that flow of focusing on new Earth and building the new Earth, the foundations, the building blocks. And, when we talk about peace, we have to create that state of peace within us. If we want to see peace in the world, then we must create that state of peace within us and see ourselves and our body as a temple, and an ecosystem within us, and come back to our own harmony and our own peace. And, when we judge, when we are rigid in our views, when we are right, wrong, we create separation from source. We block the flow of energy, we block the flow of love and light, and we go back into duality and separation. So we've been doing a lot of work over the last few years on ourselves. We've been doing our inner alchemy work. We've been healing our inner childhood wounds and, parental wounds and ancestral wounds and karmic wounds. And we've been clearing so much, and when COVID hit, it really forced us to go within and start to focus within. And so now we're going towards the winter, if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, and we are going to start, the leaves are going to start to fall off the trees, and we're going to start to connect with our soul. And we haven't had a breather this year. The energies have been intense. And this week especially, they've been really, really strong. We're not going to get a break now. It's all systems go. And for the next 2 years, it's not going to stop. We're going into the intensity of the next 2 years. When I talk to the Arcturians, they tell me, I work with the Arcturian pods and the healing pods. They talk about the next 2 years as being really intense, where you're going to get the volatility on Earth and the changing of the guard, so to speak. the changing of the guard and the new systems coming in. So when that transitional stage is taking place, these are the revolutionary years where the old world has to fall apart and the new world is built. So you are going to see a lot of change, a lot of chaos, in the financial systems, in the political systems, everywhere you look. If you look at our world, it's a very egoic, masculine world that has got to break down because it doesn't serve the people. 1% controlling humanity, it hasn't worked. And now we're starting to see, as we become awake and aware, we are starting to see the truth. And we can sense what is truth. We're becoming more intuitive. We're waking up. Thousands upon thousands of people are waking up around the planet now, and they're starting to see its truth. So they're starting to question things and ask, look at the current systems, and ask questions, because that's how we start to change the world. If we don't ask questions, we will never change the status quo. So I wanted to show you a picture today, an image, and this came out for today, regeneration. And this is what's going to be taking place. So it's not to focus on the world that's falling apart, because it is going to fall apart, but it's to start building this. And it's the new world. And that's what we've got to focus on. And that's also us. We are becoming new beings. We're becoming hybrids. And so it's to focus on, who we are becoming, who we are birthing through the chaos. And when we go through change, we do go through a process of chaos. If you think of a diamond, the diamond is born through, pressure. If you think of an oyster and a pearl, it's created from dust and grit. So we have to go through the process of chaos to then come out the other side and be rebirthed. It's like a baby coming through the birth canal. It requires intense pressure. And that's what we're going to go through in the next 2 years. I'm already hearing a lot of stories where souls are going through their own personal journeys of change and chaos and, letting go of an old world and all kinds of things. But really to remember that there is something, if you are going through chaos, there's something trying to be birthed through you. There's something trying to emerge. There's a new being trying to emerge. There's a higher version of you trying to birth through these times. So it's to be kind, to be gentle with yourselves, and allow this new being to be birthed through you. So a really, really important time. And on a daily basis to create peace and harmony within yourselves, recalibrate, come back to neutrality, come back to center, come back to your heart. And if you go into your emotions and if you get, it gets chaotic, take a deep breath, come back to your heart, always come back to your heart, come back to the present moment. And this is where you'll find peace, in the heart, in presence, and taking a deep breath. Really, really important to come back to the present moment, and then you'll get out of the intensity of the emotions. So we're going to see a lot on the earth, and you are seeing a lot on the earth, but it's to know that we are moving, and we are moving, and to just have faith in your visions. And this is your visions that are going to create this new world now. So let's have a little connection and let's have a little share, and then we'll, I'll take you into a source channeling and just see what the guides want to say. And then we'll go into the meditation and we'll start to build the foundations and the visions that we want to anchor here for New Earth. Yeah, we are going to go through a lot of change. Everyone is going to go through a lot of change. I went through mine in 2019, massive change in my life. And in the most confusing times of my life, and when you're in fight or flight and your world is just falling apart, you have to just hold on to Source Creator's hand and say, guide me one step at a time, just one step. You can't even go beyond one step. You just take one step, and then you breathe and you recalibrate and you come back to center, and then you take the next step and you breathe and you come back to center, and then you take the next step, and before you know it, you move through your process and you move through your tunnel and you come out the other side a very different being, really strong, resilient, grounded. Your foundations are strong. You've learned so much from your experience and you gain so much wisdom. So you have to go, but you can't sit, because inaction and no action is stagnation. So you got to trust yourself. And this is teaching you to trust your intuition and use different senses. You know, you're going beyond your five senses, and now you are having to play with them and test them and explore them and trust yourself in a different way. You have many antennas on your body. You've got to start to listen to those, not just using your five senses. Yeah. Okay, so we are going to, you know, there's going to be a lot of emotional waves. And the thing is, when you have sadness or you have anger, I mean, anger, you know, we judge anger so harshly. But when we have anger, anger can be turned into fuel. You know, anger is creative energy. So when you are feeling angry, what can you do with that anger? How can you turn anger into fuel? And if you think about a steam engine that is firing up, you know, and you're putting in the coal and you're putting in, and it's fire in there, it's turning into steam. And that steam is fuel for the engine to run, the steam train to run. So what can you do with your anger? And anger is powerful creative energy if you can alchemize it and use it for creation. Okay, so use your anger. Underneath anger sits sadness. You know, why are you feeling sad? And when you feel sad, hold space for yourself. Go into a quiet place. Hold space for your sadness. Just don't judge it. Just hold it. And, you know, ask sadness, where are you coming from? You know, where is this from? How can I be there for you? What do you need from me? It's really important that we create space for our emotions without judging them. Just hold them, let them move through us like the ocean and the waves, and they will settle and they will leave the body, and then you continue with your work. And as you become more present to them and they've been heard, they'll stop reacting and, you know, spiking and going up and down. And creating a storm. Okay, all right. So we're going to do a quick source channeling. I just want to bring the energy through so that you can feel it in your heart. And yes, dear ones, you are ascending, 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 moving to higher vibrations of light, 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 light. Oh, what a joy, 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 joy it is to be here on earth at this time. It is a joy, dear ones. And sometimes it can feel chaotic being human, being in a human suit, alchemizing your density to light, moving into the heart. The heart has been guarded where you haven't trusted in love, where you have been hurt in love, where you've had to play out the different characters and different roles and learn about emotions here on earth. You are here to navigate your emotions. You are here to revolutionize your emotions. You are here to come back to your temple of light. Light, 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 light. This is who you are. Light, 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 light. This is who you are. You came to earth to experience duality, light and dark. And here we sit at the equinox, the balance of light and dark, the shadow and the light within you. We are light and dark, we are night and day, we are the sun, we are the moon, we are all of it. And your role here is to find the middle path. The middle path, dear ones, the middle path will lead you home to the light, 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 light. It is not about extremes. And if you find you are in the extremes, come back to center, come back into your heart and breathe. Your breath is so key to harmonize your field. Breathe, dear ones, breathe softly, breathe, cry your tears. Create a safe space where you can be alone with your emotions and release like the ocean. And remember, you are the ocean, you are not the waves, you are the ocean. And just below your emotions, there is stillness and there is peace. And there is a Buddha inside each one of you, dear ones, a Buddha. Connecting with the Buddha within you, knowing you have a Buddha within you, knowing that there is peace inside of you and you are actually peace. Knowing that you are source, you come from source, you are one with source, dear ones. And the ego will try to create separation and divide you. And this is where you are to listen to your heart and come back to your heart beyond your ego mind and remember that you are one. And as you merge back to oneness, dear ones, your decisions will become clearer because the entire cosmos is guiding your steps. The entire ocean becomes your power, becomes your driving force. And you are not alone making these decisions unless you believe you are. You are to merge back into oneness with Source and with the entire cosmos and feel the entirety of everything moving with you, guiding your steps. And that's where the power lies, and that's where your truth lies, and that's where you'll find your way back to center, and you'll be able to navigate your ship through the seas. The entire ocean will move you. The entire cosmos will move you. And your decisions will be made with ease and grace, trust and faith, and alignment, dear ones. Every day create balance and harmony. Every day, dear ones, harmonize your field and come back to center. Imbalance, imbalance. And look at our world. Balance, balance. And there is peace in your inner world. Your masculine and your feminine. Your mind and your heart. Your left and right hemispheres of the brain. Your lungs, left and right. Spirit and soul. Finding inner harmony, inner balance, inner alignment. Coming back to center. And following your middle path, dear ones. Aligning with your soul and your spirit and the highest version of you, your highest joy, your highest expression. This is what you're connecting with through this time, your highest expression here on earth. And we ask you to wear your suit loosely, to laugh at the human experience, to not get so serious about life. And remember, it is a costume that you wear. Remember, it is an experience you've come to have. Remember, in every moment you have choices, and if it is choiceless, then you are going in the right direction. You are to have faith in yourself. You are to remember who you truly are, dear ones. You are to remember who you truly are. You are not to play small. You are to embrace your avatar self, your beauty, your magnificence, your butterfly wings, your power, your resilience. You are quantum, cosmic, galactic beings of the universe. You are everything, and everything is you. And if we want to see peace in our world, we have to create peace within us first. If we are living in extremes, we have to find that peaceful center and the middle path. And if you are carrying the load of the past, it's just to let it go. To become empty, to be filled with divine love, dear ones. And divine love will guide you home. Guide you home, 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 home. And your home is in your heart. Your home is in love and peace and harmony and joy and balance and flow. And abundance, dear ones. These are the vibrations of the higher dimensions. Face your ship in the direction you want to go, and trust the waves to move you in that direction. Keep your vision fixed on where you want to go. Just like the navigation system, when you put your destination into the sat-nav and the navigation system, you will arrive. It may not be the way that you thought you would go, but it will get you there. It will always get you there. You will always get there, dear ones. It may not be the direction that you thought you would go, but you will always get to where you need to be. We are here with you every step of the way. Even if sometimes you do not think we are here, dear ones. And you will find us here in your heart. In your heart, dear ones, in your heart space, we are here. We are one. We are one, dear ones, we are one. So now that we are all in our beautiful hearts, our beautiful, beautiful stargate, our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful loving hearts,